Melanoma. It is all around us, taking the form of someone's dad, someone's best friend, someone's mom, or someone's grandma. It is a very devastating thing that can destroy families in an instant. My cousin Brian was diagnosed with melanoma at the age of 22. 6 months later, after his diagnosis, he was taken from us. When something so serious can affect anyone around you, it makes you want to learn more about it to have a better understanding. So what is melanoma? According to the Mayo Clinic, melanoma is the most serious type of skin cancer. There are so many different types of melanoma, I wouldn't even be able to begin to explain them all. What I will be focusing on is a melanoma type called superficial spreading melanoma that takes place on the skin. Superficial spreading melanoma, according to the Macmillan Cancer Report, is the most common type. It is more commonly found on the arms, legs, chest, and back. The melanoma cells usually grow slowly at first and spread out across the surface of the skin. Superficial spreading melanoma can be genetically inherited or occur all on its own. With this being said, this is why it is important to know the prevention steps to keeping the chances of superficial spreading melanoma to a minimum. Sun exposure is one of the most common ways people end up with melanoma. According to Healthline, UV rays are strongly associated with superficial spreading melanoma, and yet one of the easiest things to take control of with the prevention steps. According to the Skin Cancer Foundation, they advise to seek shade to avoid burning of the skin. According to Cancer Research UK, they state how a sunburn is a sign that the DNA in skin cells has been damaged. Those with fair skin have a higher risk of developing superficial spreading melanoma. That is why it is always important to make sure to use the proper sunscreen when being out in the sun. Tanning beds can also be something to watch out for. The ultraviolet rays from the tanning bed can just as easily increase your chances of developing melanoma, just like the sun. Just like the Melanoma Research Foundation states, there is no such thing as a safe tan, so you can never be too careful. The Skin Cancer Foundation also advises that you go to see a doctor regularly to get inspected for anything that could possibly turn into melanoma. If you are someone with a large amount of moles, or even if you have any, you should always have them regularly checked by a doctor. According to DermNet NZ, superficial spreading melanoma often looks like a mole or a freckle at first. Over time it changes appearance, size, or even color, which is a sign that melanoma is forming upon the skin. It is very important to always get things checked if you are concerned about your health. With superficial spreading melanoma, there are different levels and different stages which tell the severity of it, whether it is still on the surface and easily to get rid of, or if it has gone under the skin into the body's tissue, which is a lot harder to take control of and manage. Another prevention step is to look into your family medical history to see your chances of developing melanoma, which can be determined by the amount of people within your family who have had melanoma before you. You can also take all the information in and decide if it would be a wise thing to be tested to see if you carry the gene. Who is at risk of developing melanoma? Anyone. But don't let this cause you to live in fear. According to the American Skin Association, they say how although it is a life-threatening disease, it occurs in the pigment cells, allowing it to be easy to spot. Live life to the fullest every day, and one prevention step at a time we can slowly lessen the amount of people affected by superficial spreading melanoma.